Hey, good evening, everyone. Today is August 7th, 2025. It was a Thursday. It has been a very, very solid day. So all the goals for the day were brush my teeth, make a video log. I didn't really care to make it a morning video log. Wake up at 8, didn't do that. Go to Walmart and get fried gash and chicken. Wash towels, fold clothes, vacuum, shower, and prep the chicken. The ones I didn't do were wake up at 8 and vacuum. So everything else got done, which is pretty cool. Woke up at around almost 11. Korey called me and was like, hey, Chipotle. So we went and got Chipotle. And then came back and Ava and I watched an episode of The Vampire Diaries while we ate. And then got dressed and went to Walmart. So I went and bought like a pack of like whole chicken as opposed to like buying just like cut up chicken breast, right? So I have in the fridge chicken breast that I'm gonna cut up and I'm gonna cook tomorrow, and probably some green beans and mac and cheese or something just because it's easy. And I have a batch of green beans that need to get eaten, and then I do have that written, and then have a whole bunch of like wings, thighs, whatever in the freezer, and then a pot of stock to make, like chicken stock to make tomorrow, which is pretty cool. And so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, it took me like an hour 20 minutes to break it all down. And then I grabbed a shower before heading off to work. And then while we were at Walmart, I found some shirts on clearance that were like super nice looking. So I'll be wearing some different colored shirts in my video logs. Finally, let's go, baby. I think I got 2 smalls and 3 mediums. So, I like the smalls, but Ava wants me to wear the mediums more. Lame. I'm still skinny. Went off to work. Work was so boring. It was so dead. I think I had made like $11 until my last table. At like 9, they came in, like 9:08. And so yeah, swept and mopped everything. It was pretty chill. I ate a lot of food and did a lot of nothing. Sat there on my phone. Let me see. Did I do anything in particular? Not really. No. Pretty boring shift. And then I came home. First thing I did was water my plants. Then I came upstairs and made the bed in the room, and then folded my clothes. So did fold the clothes. Finally made the bed, and then I felt like I did something else. I think I just sat here and watched YouTube and play video games. Yeah, I was playing Fill Up the Hole. So finished my run of that, got the good ending, and I'm sure I still have a couple more achievements to do. Fill up the hole. But I think it's just like do buildings 1,000 times or something. Yeah, and let 5 peons sacrifice themselves. A very interesting achievement. This scab is like coming off. It's like super freaking mega itchy. And so other than that, I need to make green beans tomorrow, and then have a little jalapeno growing in the garden, which is pretty cool. I have a couple beans that are like really thickening out. Am I bleeding now that I picked you off, bruh? Whatever, stupid scab, dude. A freaking mosquito bite got inflamed as hell. It was awful. But yeah, I wanted to share a thought. My mom and I talked about it briefly, and my coworker and I talked about it. But daily thought about like every culture has completely different like food safety standards. And it's like obviously in America we have like health inspectors and like food handling licenses or whatever it is. However that all works. But my boss Edward was telling me about how in China when he was growing up they didn't like have refrigeration, right? Like refrigeration is relatively modern. They didn't have that. So what they would do is they would have chicken stock, and like they would make a bunch of chicken stock. They would boil a bunch of chickens, make chicken stock or whatever stock they're using, and they would just leave it on the stove covered. And then when you wanted to eat it again, you just had to boil it. And they would just boil it and then eat it again. And he was like, yeah, be good for like 3 or 4 days. And I'm like, dude, my mom would freak out if I left stock on the stove for 3 or 4 days, just chilling, even if it's covered, just chilling. Like the food safety standards that we have are completely different. Like that would just not fly. And I might be insane for doing this, but I had like a bunch of leftover chicken, like carcass, bones, skin, fat, whatever, in the pot, and I was like, I could probably just leave this on the stove, honestly. Like It's not gonna hurt anyone just leaving it there. And she like put it in the fridge for me and was just like, hey, don't do that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, honestly, would it have been bad if I left it there and then made stock out of it the next day? Like, I feel like chicken can sit there for however long. Like, I don't think it would have been, like, gonna kill anyone. But, I mean, my culture is just like, if you boil the hell out of it, everything bad in there will die. Like, I feel like that's just a fact. And her culture is like, if you leave food out for 2 hours, you eat it and will die. And so it's like, even though it's my mom, we have such like varying cultures when it comes to food handling. So, yeah, just wanted to share that. And goals for tomorrow so far are brush teeth morning video log, classic. Cook the chicken and broth at 10. I gotta take our cat Socks to the vet at 11. So I'd like to wake up at 8 and like have time to myself, get prepped and everything. And then I need to cook the chicken and green beans. I need to write thaw chicken. And then recovery video log, and then I'm gonna write plane tickets again. Tickets. Plus call Gorgie Paw. So, yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed so I can get some decent sleep, and yeah, I'll see you guys all then. Have a good night. Peace.